All right, guys, welcome back to more XP League action as we have our first matchup of the week. I guess not XP League's first matchup, but matchup that we are streaming as we have the Devils, who are 1-0, taking on DFS Gaming, who are also 1-0. So it should be a really good matchup. Excited to get it. I believe I actually casted a DFS matchup last week as well. So should be a fun one as they look solid. 1 second, guys. Sorry, was kind of late to get things rolling here today as I had a couple of things I had to take care of earlier. But we should be able to get going here very, very quickly as I think everyone is in the lobby and ready to go. So let's get into the maps and modes here really quick before we do get started, so everyone can kind of see what we got going on. And we are going to have a wide variety of maps here. We're going to be starting off with Fortress, Hardpoint, going to Hotel S&D, a Silo Control for map 3, Embassy Hardpoint for map 4 if we do get there, and then finishing off potentially with the Mercado S&D. So we're going to see a little bit of everything here across the board, which is always very exciting. And we're starting off with a kind of Fast and Furious map here in Fortress Hardpoint, which should be a nice place to start. So I definitely like this map set. I like it for a couple of reasons. Obviously, Fortress Hardpoint is a fun place to start. I don't know if it's the best way to really tell kind of how good a hardpoint team is, but it's a entertaining way to start for the viewers. So that's always a good start. Hotel S&D, a very, very solid S&D map. I think plays a little bit better with smokes, but we'll have to see kind of how it plays out here tonight, as it is still just a very good map and mode overall. As we're going to swap on over here to the gameplay. And it looks like we're going to be off and running here in this map number 1. We are going to see DFS Esports in red, the Devils in blue, as Ed's going to get the first kill here. Oh my god, he's going to find a couple right away. And that's going to be the AR starting out hot here for the side of DFS, as Zay on the flip side is going over towards the point. Did find a couple, starting to stay alive, trying to trust his teammates, but the spawns have actually no, I'm sorry, the spawns did not flip. DFS was starting on that side anyway, so Zay able to find one. Oh boy, what can he find? He's able to find 2 more. He's on a 4 spree. He will get taken out, however, but that's about as good as you could hope for if you're Zay. But DFS first want a couple big kills, and they should have the touch here on P1 as the rotations are coming in for this P2 hill. Oh my god, I thought N was going to win that gunfight, but this is a really, really good start for Devils. You started on the less than preferred side. You have the, I guess, advantage on the time already through P1, and you're already winning the rotations. As Kick Camping is going to find one, but the trade's going to be there for easy. And now we're going to see what can happen here. This is going to be a fight through the front side for DFS, but the Devils just now to get back onto the P2 hill. And we're going to see a fight for the back. Oh boy, easy. Just got absolutely swarmed there. Thunder found one as well. Zay did at least find one as he's the last one alive in the hill. Can he find anything? It's not looking like it, as DFS do finally push the back with the numbers. And that's exactly it. That's all you can really hope for there if you are DFS, as they do a great job. The Devils now just trying to hope, maybe potentially break it from the front side, and if they can't, then make sure that they hold for this P3, which is really the first money hill on each rotation. And wisely, you are going to see them actually rotate over. But DFS, I don't know if I really like what they're doing here. And easy for able to find one. Oh my god! Kyle Wade takes him out. That's a big-time gunfight win. And now it's going to be all down to Calamity. What can he do? As he is all by his lonesome. Doesn't really have any help here. He's going to finally find one. As Zay also finds one in the kill feed. But this is going to be a nice job by the Devils, considering they lost a player early on. So we're only 2 here. They were able to get the scrap time on P2. They're able to hold early on here on P3, as they are doing a good job of holding this kind of from the side. But Ed's going to be able to fly in, going to be able to find a couple. Zay's going to be able to find, oh my lord, almost found Kick Camping. And even though this has been kind of chaotic, somehow the Devils continue to hold on, and if that would have gone fight would have gone the way of the Devils, that would have been enormous. But they have been able to, at the very least, keep DFS off this hill while getting time of their own. This has been perfect if you are a Devils fan. And they're going to continue to rack up the time. And once again, Devils controlling the spawns. They are going to be mid-map, already set up here on that P4 hill. And this has been played very, very well for the Devils. Even though this map can get kind of chaotic with some of these hills, that's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. Oh boy, Thunder almost got the turn to burn there, but was not able to finish it off. Keeping out for Kick Camping in back, trying to get his timing. Oh, that timing was brutal. As he's going to drop, Calamity's going to find one, and that's going to be 3 down in favor of the Devils as they take a 50-plus point lead here. And this is about as picture perfect to start on this hill as you can ask. Actually, I said this hill, but really it's just this map overall. This has been clinical for the side of Devils, and DFS trying to work their way in here. Calamity did find one, but the trade is going to be there. And with less than 30 seconds left here, DFS are able to break in, but it seems like they've been fighting from the back foot seemingly this entire map so far. P1 was just about split, maybe a little bit in favor of Devils, but ever since then, it's been all split time. Or at the, oh, I'm sorry, not split time, but Devils have gotten like the first 30 or so seconds. DFS have been able to kind of break in, and then it's been just a trade after that. As once again, we see the rotation here in favor of Devils. Now the numbers are in favor of DFS. The gunfights are going to be in good spots here. Oh, easy. Finally does finish up that kill. There's still one more player here for DFS as N is just playing this corner somehow. There we go. Finally gets taken out there. But Devils are just doing a phenomenal job of controlling these spawns as they playing. Is he bottom maps? I don't actually know where Zay is, but he did find a big 2-piece. And now Ed coming through bottom maps is able to find one. Gonna find 2 as easy drops as well. And luckily for the side of DFS, Zay was taken out as he was going for that trade there on Ent. And now the problem is you have the Devils players kind of all over the place. Zay waiting for his moment. I don't even know where Zay just got shot from. That was kind of crazy. And Zay once again absolutely beaming. And the Devils continue to kind of, I can't even say nickel and dime because they aren't getting small chunks of time each time they're on a hill. They're getting 20, 30 seconds seemingly every time, sometimes even more. They just do such a good job of taking exactly what the opponent is giving them. And right now, DFS is giving them quite a bit. Now, this is one of those maps where you don't necessarily have to rotate early. We saw, I think, a matchup. I can't remember what the teams were. I have to look. I can't remember exactly what teams they were, but there was a team that fought for scrap time every time and won basically just off of scrap time. They focus on breaking hills early. If they weren't able to break it, they just continued to fight through getting scrap time and making things difficult on their opponent, not allowing them to really rack up any substantial amount of time. We're seeing a much different strategy here for the Devils as they continue to rotate early, but the issue for DFS is they aren't punishing the fact that the Devils are rotating early. They aren't racking up a lot of time of their own. They aren't getting scrap time. They're trying to rotate early but losing the rotation. So it's really just kind of a brutal situation for them. As there goes Ent, he was the first one over towards the next hill. And even though DFS has really had the majority of the map positioning here for P1, they really don't gain a whole lot of time. So just once again, another missed opportunity for DFS as Kyle's going to find on the backside here. He's able to find one, and now we may have the rotations one for DFS. Now, we saw this on P2 the last time through. They were able to break through very quickly, but the Devils broke through and ended up getting those rotation wins and getting the majority of the time here as Ed's going to chuck the grenade. They're going to be able to find a couple as everyone is going to drop for the side of the Devils once again, as this is a perfect hold thus far. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Devils do. They have close to 200 points. Getting scrap time isn't a terrible idea if they're able to do it, but they also don't want to allow these two squads to really kind of string hills together. They don't want to allow DFS to rack up a lot of time on this hill and then also string together P3, which, as I said earlier, can definitely be a money hill. But the Devils are going to kind of push for scrap time here instead of rotating. What am I doing here? As Thunder are able to find a couple kills, and Devils still short of that 200-point mark, but they do have about an 80-point lead. And now we'll see what the Devils can do as they are finally, the first time, kind of on their back foot a little bit, as Calamity somehow took out Kid Camping. We've seen that a couple times here in this matchup with players kind of set up and not able to win the gunfights. And really nice play there by Kyle Ways. He's able to, oh, we did not see the player. Did not see the player in the grass, and, well, definitely know he does not have cheats on because he did not see that player whatsoever. But DFS bringing this game back down to 50 points as Ent finds another big 2-piece, and you see Kid Camping on the 3 spree. Let's see, actually, I'm sorry. Okay, we're on with him right now. He's did see one heading out towards P2, or sorry, P1. And he's just trying to dip and dive at the moment. They get stunned up. He's able to survive, as I'm not really sure how. Just barely got that cross in. And now this becomes an enormous hill for the side of Daredevils, as there's going to be another kill for Kyle. As Calamity doesn't find one easy, he's going to find a second, and things might be finally slowing down here for the Devils. It's easy. He's going to get caught sprinting. That's just, that's one of the situations where you probably got to trust your call. I don't know why he went sprinting in there, gun up. There was really no point. He should have had the information. As wisely, the Devils are just waiting around the hill, playing their numbers, getting the kills first, and now they're going to hop in. The 200-point mark has been crossed. Great collapse there for the Devils, as they might be able to get some time here for the first time in what seems like 2 or 3 hills. Kyle Wade able to find one that trades him there by Calamity. Calamity's going to be able to find a couple, and he sees it get taken out by End, but with only 15 seconds left here, DFS is going to have to try to get the scrap time along with potentially lock down these setups. Oh boy, Kick Camping may have just gotten great timing, and he does as he takes out Draco, who I don't really think I've talked about much yet at all so far this map. I'm not sure if I like how the Devils have played this. They had the opportunity to get out and kind of get the setups here for this P5 hill, but they're going to opt to go for the scrap time on P4. We'll see if that works out well for him so far. Maybe, well, Zay is going to shut that down. He's 31 and 21. Once again, he's an impact player. He's on a 4 spree, just trying to bide his time here. So to be able to get a 5th, you'd think. There it is. Great positioning as this time continues to go the way of Daredevil's 60-point lead and growing. Zay working the side, and Kick Camping does fly in. Apparently, there were no players for his team watching over that front side push, as Ent kind of got the free kill there. But this is still looking great for Daredevils, as they're going to try to rotate over towards that P1 side of the map. But thus far, really no rotation in. And you're going to finally see those blue arrows start to make their way over with 8 seconds left in this hill. What's going to happen with these gunfights is I think I just gave up on what's going to be an important gunfight coming up here, but that's going to be a couple of kills for the squad in blue. Kyle trying to work his way in. He's able to find one under the boss, able to find a second as Ed finds a third. Big trade there by Zay. And Zay's in AO, could not find the second. And back and forth we go, as now this is just an absolute floodfest. Oh, can these players win the gunfights? It's so far so good for the Devils. As it last on the hill is going to be Kyle, and here comes the push for the Devils as they're trying to finish this off. It's easy trying to walk from the backside. Team shots going to be there as Zay continues to help out, but the break is going to be there for DFS once again. They are not going away that easily. We do have a streak coming. I'm not really sure who's using it. It looks like it's going to be Zay, who's going to be able to find 2 with the missile, and that is going to be crucial as they only need 7 seconds on this hill. Here comes Ant, who's going to drop. Nobody else is close for DFS as the Devils pick up the first map here in this series. An impressive map there for the Devils. They started out so hot, and really it just seemed like they had full control of the map at all times. It just kind of watching it really seemed like DFS was kind of chasing their tail a bit for the first, I want to say, really first 5 hills. And it took until seemingly the second rotation, 3rd or 4th hill for them to really start to kind of string some time together. And once that happened, that's when they were able to claw their way back. But, man, they just kind of dug themselves too much of a hole. They were down about 100 points to halfway through. And to their credit, did a great job of trying to make it interesting, but weren't able to bring it all the way back, as that P1 third time through became very, very scrappy, and the Devils could just play their numbers, continue to get trades, and all they needed was a couple seconds to bring that one home. And kudos to them as they did pull it off. So very good work there for Devils as they do take the 1-0 lead, but I do kind of want to go back and touch on these teams' results from the first week. I think I touched on one of them, but I have to remember. Okay, so it looks like DFS did take out Team XPLR 3-0. I think that was a really dominant win, if I recall correctly. Did cast it. I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was a pretty good series from what I remember. The Devils took out Render Esports 3-0. Render, I think, since it has changed their roster, so hard to put too much stock into that one. But this division now with the new Render squad is very, very stacked. Ineffable did beat Stellar Esports 3-0. Ineffable was a playoff team last year, so just like looking at this group, there's 4 teams I could see that make the playoffs: Ineffable, Devils, Render, and DFS. So it's going to be interesting to see which squad ends up being that 3rd seed in this division. Render obviously starting out behind the 8 ball a little bit as they start out with an 0-1 record. DFS, big matchup here for really, kind of all 4 of those squads, because one of them's going to start out 2-0, one's going to drop down to 1-1, and I believe Ineffable will have a pretty good matchup against XPLR this week, so they should be 2-0. On the flip side, Render takes on Stellar, so that's going to be a big matchup to see if Stellar just maybe had a tough matchup in week 1, or if they really just kind of are struggling this season and aren't a true playoff squad. But let's go ahead. There we go. It's got the code. Sorry, guys. Sitting here kind of rambling in your ear. That's what I do best. It's something I'm very, very proud of. But man, that was, just without trying to say it too much, just an impressive map. I almost said series, almost got ahead of myself. A very impressive map for the Devils. We don't often on that map see squads do a really good job of not only rotating, but let's say, okay, sorry guys, of not only rotating early, but when they are rotating early, holding on to those hills. Kind of like I said, P3 is the only big money hill I would say on that map. Obviously, if you had good if you have good setups, you can get a solid amount of time on a couple of hills. P2 if you hold things down, but teams have figured out how to break it pretty well. P4 if you really get those spawns pushed out. P5, there are certain setups where you can really just kind of milk time and kind of make life difficult for the opponent. But for the most part, there's a lot of ways as the team that's not set up to make things tough on the holding team. There's a lot of entry points into those hills. There's a lot of crosses. There's a lot of ways for your ARs to, pick people off the hill while your subs kind of roam and find those paths and, be able to make things difficult. So overall, I would say very impressive job by this Devils squad. But I really want to see them on a map like Hotel, because if they rotate that well and control spawns that dominantly, I really want to see them on a map where it really truly matters. So a map like Hotel could be really fun. Map like Mercado could be a lot of fun. But I don't want to get ahead of myself as we are getting into map 2 of this best of 5 series. It is going to be Hotel Search and Destroy, and I think it should be a good one as these squads do look like they are pretty evenly matched. Let's get into it here. Zay is the best player on this team. I would agree, Trig. He is very, very impressive. I feel like he's always making plays with a sub. All right, but we are off and running here in round number 1. As Calamity is going to get some information here, you'd think, unless Ent does the interaction. Okay, Calamit's got to be careful here. Looks like the wall banks are trying to come in as DFS maybe had a kind of planned effort there to try to get that player out of the top bedroom, but it's not going to end up resulting in anything quite yet, as we might have a gunfight coming here as Draco did get stunned. The information is out there for DFS, and they're trying to find a way to act on this as trades go back and forth. Easy finds one, but Easy gets traded out right away as we are not up at 3 lives apiece. Thunder trying to find anything he can as Kid Camping instead of find Draco, so finally the life advantage does go the way of DFS. Devils just kind of pinned in here. What are they going to be able to find? Zay with this sub. Ooh, Calamity did find one, but the trade is there, and now it's all down to Zay. He does have Dead Silence coming up rather quickly, and you see the rotation very, very rapidly heading over towards B. I like this play. I don't know if they knew exactly where Zay was, but they're just kind of playing the odds here that Zay continue to stay over towards that A site. But if they don't hurry up, Zay's going to pop the Dead Silence, and here he goes. He's going to, he reads that they're over at B. He's just going to go for this. Let's see where he decides to go. He's going to pop the door open. He just didn't get taken out there. I think I would have preferred to see him. Well, I mean, that's a tough call. There's really no great play there especially when you don't have any information. But he tried to just play the gunfight there, and Zay did get caught with the headshot. The Thunder ripped him. But an impressive opening round there from the side of DFS. Sorry, guys. I was kind of reading something there. My brain shorted out for a second. But Thunder, 3-0 start for him. Very impressive as he cleared things out towards the A site with his AR. Now we're going to see what these squads can do with the tides turned. A little less pressure towards the A site and more towards mid-map. We're going to have a gunfight over towards A. That's going to be Kid Camping able to survive. Great trade as Zay did get the peek there, did get the gunfight. Well, I guess you can't really call it a gunfight win because that player is back turned, but shots going. I'm not really sure where they're coming in from. Looks like it's going to be Ent as he's trying to get the players over towards mid-map. The grenade's going to come in, not going to land. It had to have been relatively close, though. And you see these players are all just kind of set up and able to find out what that is. Oh my god, Calamity just kind of got caught napping. Not really sure what he was looking for. It seemed like he was trying to find information on a player potentially sitting here, but he wasn't ready to get out of the way. Ent's going to find a couple over towards couches, and now it's going to be all down to Draco in a 1v3. And this is just, this is a brutal turn of events. There's just not a lot of time to work with it. Draco's going to find one, but with 13 seconds left, he doesn't have the bomb. It's on the other side of the map. Barring an absolute catastrophe, DFS is going to take a 2-0 lead. And that's going to be it. I don't know what happened there for Ent to find a couple of kills, but it just seemed like there wasn't a collective push there by the Devils. After having a great map number 1 where it seemed like they were all in sync, all had a really good idea of what they wanted to do, it seems like they're really, really struggling here so far in Search and Destroy. Obviously, we've only seen 2 rounds. We've, on plenty of occasions, seen teams make those in-map adjustments and kind of go from a slow start to really turning things on. But this has definitely been a rough start so far for the Devils. And at the same time, it's not all that shocking to see a team be very good at respawn, but maybe struggle a little bit in the Search and Destroy. Zay's going to find first blood. Being very aggressive here is Zay. Oh boy, he's in such a good spot here. Oh, Zay's got to be careful. He's able to find one. The trade is not going to be there as it was a little bit slow from Ent. The grenade coming out. Zay's going to get the shots in. Ent trying to get his life. It looks like he's going to be able to for the time being. But what can Kyle find on the other side of the map? I think he knows that one is up on the catwalk above him. Oh, that timing is so bad as Ent actually does find Zay. Zay getting a little bit overly aggressive there. And that's just another example of just not playing together. And Ent's able to get... Actually, I'm not even sure if Calamity might see the bomb down. So we'll have to see. Calamity does hear the player coming back hallway. Now that's going to be information for Ent. He's going to be able to get out this life. Oh my god, Ent wins that gunfight. And this is looking like another blown round for the Devils, as they did have the life advantage. Oh my god, no way. There's no way. Easy the big kill, and oh, he goes for the chow instead of waiting to regen the health. And DFS with 3 rounds in a row to start out map number 2. Oh my gosh, that is almost a really good idea for easy, but Ent did not hang out on the bomb long enough to actually start planning it. So that was a very easy trade. And don't get me wrong, I think this Devil squad is very, very impressive, and I remember them playing very well last season. I think they got a pretty high seed in the playoffs, if I recall correctly. But as soon as they face a team that is very good at respawn as well, it seems like their Search and Destroy is going to continue to really struggle. As Zay does find another first blood, but we've been here before. As Ent already responds with a kill. The trade is there. The sun's going to come out. Ent's not going to find anything with it, but we are even up at 3 lives apiece. And shots once again going down, and luckily Draco was able to survive. But Zay, kind of could be a good spot, could be a bad spot if anybody peeks out mid-map. Oh, and there goes Zay. Does find the kill, with the life advantage once again in favor of the Devils. Is this one going to be the round where they finally get one under their belt? Thunder, I believe, may have been spotted. And Draco's going to get tagged up once again. As you see, Zay, you know, he had an opportunity to get the bomb down. He's going to choose not to. He's going for this kill. If he gets caught out, this is going to be really, really bad for the Devils here. Oh, Thunder's going to be careful, but Zay is... Whoa. Oh my, Thunder did find one. He knows he's on the bomb. He can't get the angle. He can't get the angle. He does get that kill. Bomb at least does go down, but now it's all on Draco in a 1v2. And I believe these players know where he is. The sun's going to come in. He's going to get taken out easily. And another opportunity for the Devils fall through their fingers as they have continued to struggle here in Search and Destroy. And as much as I applauded Zay for being very, very good at map number 1, I think his aggression has kind of worked against his squad here. Either that or his squad just isn't really, you know, making the move necessary to back up what he's doing on the map. So, you know, you've on multiple occasions seen Zay go out there, get a first blood, maybe even get the first 2 kills for his team. But there's just been no backup or nothing else happening on the map from his team to either work on getting the bomb down, work on getting more advantageous spots for post-plant. There's really nothing that the Devils have been doing as a unit. As Zay finds first one, the trade's going to be there almost instantaneously, and we are now at a 3v3. And if the Devils have struggled while being up in lives, they're not going to do a very good job of being tied in lives. So we'll have to see how things happen here. DFS playing this patiently at the moment, but you see Kyle, he's all the way over by B by himself. I don't know if this is going to work out in their favor or not. He actually might get really good timing. We'll have to see how this plays. Oh, and there it goes. He is able to find that kill. And the only problem is well, it's like, now it doesn't matter. It's easy. He's the only one alive. As Thunder did find Calamity. And the bomb's going to be going down, and this is going to be another round for DFS Esports, barring an absolute... Thunder's going to... Oh my god, I thought Thunder was going to win that gunfight easy. Somehow does win it, but still, just not a lot of time to work with. And Easy can't have any idea where these other 2 players are. His dead silence runs out. He's on the correct side of the bomb, but it's not really going to matter as one player has perfect eyes on it from this back hallway, and the other is just roaming mid-map. So this is going to be another round for DFS, as they're going to be 1 round away from knotting up this series. And a pretty, if you're Easy, why don't you at least try to find these players? I mean, I don't play Call of Duty anymore competitively, so it's hard for me to say, but have been watching it and casting it for about 5 years now, and it's, trying to go about it that way is a very hard way to find success. Obviously, the Devils have had opportunities to get rounds on the board, and if they had taken advantage of these number advantages they've had, we'd probably be at a 3-2 game or 2-3, something like that. Something very, very close. But if you're not even going to try to find a clutch-up opportunity while you're down 4-0, it's a little bit tough for me. But a different approach here for the Devils is going to be rotating towards this B site, and this is going to be a kind of blind stack here for DFS. And Kick Camping is probably going to find a kill. Yep, there it is. 1 kill, and out this life. Stun's going to come out. Information's there. Calamity at least did find 1. That grenade is going to tag up easy. I don't actually know if it tagged him up or not. But Zay trying to work on an angle as well. Not going to find anything, I don't believe. This is just such good positioning for these DFS players. Stuns that are coming out behind Thunder. Oh boy. And here comes Zay. He's going to pop into position here. Oh my god, but Zay is going to get his teammate and himself killed as DFS dominate in map number 2. And that was easily one of the more impressive maps I think I have seen in a competitive series. And that is, I mean, that's really a clinic on how to play Search and Destroy from DFS. I mean, that's about as good as you can ask for. And man, it's just, I guess I say it was a clinic, but there were too many situations where it seemed like the Devils threw away opportunities. So yes, I think part of it was, DFS being very, very good at Search and Destroy and being able to find ways to win rounds while down players. But a lot of that can be chalked up to the Devils just not playing a consistent or reliable type of S&D. There really wasn't much team cohesion. Kind of like what I said earlier, there just wasn't much follow up on offense. Defense, is what it is. You're kind of hunkered down. You're trying to play off of what your opponent does. But there was just not a whole lot there. Blundo, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I mean, just a kind of awkward map overall. I expect the Devils to get better in this game mode because they have too good of players to not find a way to adapt. They've been impressive in seasons past. I've kind of mentioned that from season 1. They have the individual talent to be very good at Search and Destroy. They just have to find a way to, obviously having predetermined strats helps, but I don't think that's the end-all, be-all to be a good Search and Destroy team. But you have to know how to trust each other. You have to know how to take advantage of situations where you have the upper hand. You need your teammates to know how to follow up in certain situations. You can really tell which teams have that team cohesion and that trust and the ability to really work off each other. And that's something you see high-end amateur teams do, challengers team, pro teams, obviously. But that's kind of the next step for some of these AM teams. We've seen a lot of them that are very, very good at respawns. They don't have trouble slaying. They know how to watch their mini map and make sure alleys are covered and get trades and listen to callouts. But when it comes to a more strategic and slow paced game mode, they just can't seem to put it together consistently. So if this goes to a map 5, I'll be really, really curious to see how that goes, especially because Mercado can be very, very hectic. It's a lot of pushes towards the same bomb site, and you really have to trust what your teammates are watching. So I hope this goes 5 selfishly because I want to see how it plays out. But, it's going to start with this map number 3 is we are going to be going to... What does my graphic say? My top graphic still has season 1 of team scores. Oh, hold on. Oh, did I fix this? Oh, no. Oh, no. They started too fast. That's a pre-made graphic. I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to change that. We'll have to see. But either way, maybe I could find a way to put something over that. I appreciate the heads up, though. I'll have to work on that. But we are getting into map number 3, an important one. But unfortunately, they started the match before I could switch the teams in the KaiCaster. So they are going to be backwards. I've done this plenty of times, so I can keep up with the casting while they are backwards. But just so you guys are aware, it may look a little bit strange. But it is going to be the Devils on offense first. And we'll see what they're able to do here as they're going to be in the squad in red. And first kill's going to go the way of DFS. And, we've seen some crazy maps here on this map and mode. Some crazy results, some crazy sequences. This kid camping is going to finish off easy there as he's just kind of roaming for free. He's got to watch out. He's getting shot in the back. He'll survive for now as that was actually a really good read, but he isn't going to get traded out. Oh my god, Thunder and Ant going to combine for a couple of kills. Oh, great defense by DFS here as they do clear off these players from the Devils. As Kyle wins and find a couple off a spawn. And what was looking promising for the Devils is now a 4-life advantage for DFS. Oh boy. That's going to be a good kill there, as things may have gotten a little bit scary for Zay, as he was in a chicken, or a kind of battle there of chicken to see who was going to peek first. Not sure what Zay is doing there. As, oh my god, Kyle's going to find a couple. Last one here is going to be Calamity. He's able to find 2, but the trade is likely to be here. And maybe, can anybody get here for the Devils? And they are going to be able to. But now the rotation is going to be heading over towards this B site. Zay playing aggressive, trying to find these players, and he's able to find one to keep his teammate alive, but it's going to be blue in the kill feed everywhere else. Not sure what Ent was looking at there. Apparently didn't get the call out that somebody was in their side of the map. But this is likely to be the B site for the Devils, and all opened up by Zay here as he is just flying around, making life difficult. Oh my god, no, Ent needs to win that gunfight. And it seems like DFS is just kind of, well, I thought they chalked the B site, but they're not going to quite yet. It'll be curious to see what DFS does here, as now their defense is spread a little bit thin. Only 5 life difference in favor of DFS here, as they are just trying to whittle the lives down. And even though it's been overall a solid round for the Devils by getting 5 ticks, they definitely had an opportunity to win this round on offense, as that's not really going to happen, I don't think, but a couple kills do go their way, as this is going to be their last push. They just need 1 wipe, because now they're going to have to play their lives. They have 1 minute and 5 seconds to play with, but only 4 lives to work with. Zay able to find 1 patiently. Oh, easy, almost. He's going to get traded out, so good call there, good teamwork, as they actually are on the point. Thunder is going to get the kill, and that may have been enough, and he got taken out there. He's going to die, I say that, but the last ticket's going to come in, and oh my god, what a collapse by DFS, or what happened there? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a collapse by DFS. I'm sorry. I got confused by my own problem. But the Devils did win. They did clutch up a very impressive push there with 4 players left. And I'm not really sure what Devils were doing. You didn't see grenades flying in. You didn't see stuns. You didn't really see anything. They were just trying to win gunfights, and that was a giant mistake, as the Devils have a 1-0 lead. And Zay is just flying. There was nothing that was going to slow him down there. And now you see DFS with the quick kills here, heading towards the A side, as that first tick is going to come in very, very quickly. Second tick likely to follow. It's easy, getting tagged up, almost dropped, still alive, but barely. As this A site is, oh, well, I said that, but Zay did find a couple. Is the A site, oh my god, it's 1 tick away. Can Kick Camp and get here quick enough to finish it off? He should be able to. And now, DFS with 2 minutes to work with and plenty of lives. It's going to be a 4 life advantage for them early on. Make it 3, make it 2. Is the setup early on for the Devils on defense towards the B site, doing a very good job, but trades do come back in for DFS. Kick Camping trying to come. Oh my god, that timing is atrocious, as he had the angle just 5 seconds earlier, and he's probably able to find at least 2 kills, but he is going to get taken out. Now it's going to be a lot tougher to fight through this setup. Oh, Draco was that close range gunfight. 2 for 2 trade overall. And good shots coming in here for both squads, really. That life lead, only 2 for DFS after being up towards the 5-point mark earlier. Kick Camping continuing to cause issues. 17-7. And You see Draco, he was a big piece of that hold, and Zay to the cut. Oh my god, Zay came up huge with the 3-piece. And you see the individual skills. It's basically him versus Kid Camping at this point, as they are doing the heavy lifting in the sling department, but that's going to be 2 down in favor of DFS. And that grenade, I'm not sure what that was. Kyle Wade almost took out him and a teammate. But Thunder able to find another as well. Calamity is going to stay alive. He's not going to be able to. And here comes the push towards the site as Zay's going to find one. Can he find anything else? Not quite yet as he barely got touched there. Still have plenty of help, but there's the trade. Can these players for the Devils get here soon enough? Easy's able to find one. Still ticks coming in. Clock has stopped. First tick likely to be here. There's the first tick. Calamity trying to work their way out, but Trade's going back in and able to find Draco. Easy trying to find a thing he can, but he's just firing pot shots on at this point. Can anybody get here to stay able to find one? Not able to find two. There goes another kill. This next kill could be huge. Calamity's got to get there. He's going to throw away a life, though, you would think, as he's right in the middle of nowhere. Shots coming. He's going to get taken out. Nobody else close for the Devils, as we're going to be knotted up at 1 round apiece. And we have a battle of the offenses so far. If there's a map where you do see more success on offense, I would say it's probably this map. It can be very punishing if you get wiped and the defensive squad is able to just push up and, you know, kind of get their heels dug in. Then it becomes difficult. But so far, we really haven't seen anybody for the defensive squad kind of get behind enemy lines and cause issues that forces the offensive team to kind of get them out of there and invest resources to, you know, find out where they're at. But Trade's going back and forth. Oh, easy. Not able to hit the shots as Calamity's going to get taken out towards the top tower. Kind of see a push towards the B site slow but surely. Strike able to find one, but the Trade is there with the grenade. And a good start for DFS here once again on defense, but we saw this before. Oh, Kid Camping got very lucky there, it seemed like. Here's the players below him. When is he going to decide to act? Uh-oh. Now he's kind of in a world of hurt. He's got to figure out where he wants to go. He didn't see that player in the corner. He's going to go for the chow. He does have to help on the other side. And the knife comes out as Zay does get removed. Oh, no. Oh, no. The shot. Uh-oh. He needs to get taken out as that was kind of an awkward gunfight there. Good individual work by Kid Camping, but it just wasn't really enough to shut that down. How many more lives is DFS going to throw at this defensively? It looks like it's not going to anymore. We are tied up at 20 lives apiece. This is where things become difficult. When the defense gets set up on 1 point. DFS collapsed last time. Will they do it again? Ooh. Kyle from the backside was able to find one. What else can he find here? As he's just roaming for kills. The sub battle between him and Zay does go the way of Kyle Wade. But oh, on the backside, it's going to be Calamity as he does find a big 2-piece. They get a 3-piece as he's picking players up off a spawn. This is the power position that the Devils need. In the point he goes. There's only one player close. Oh, he's not going to win either gunfight. The grenade at least does come in to get one trade, but one tick is going to be here. Thunder takes out Zay. It's a big kill. Draco, the last one in the hill. He does have support with Easy close, but Easy's going to get taken out, you would think. Oh my god, how's he still alive? Somebody, please. That's going to be still only one tick as Easy, or at the last one here, he gets wall banged, and that's going to be 4 down. Second tick coming in very, very quickly. Can anybody get here for DFS? It's not looking like it's going to happen. As they stack the point, that's going to be a third offensive run in a row. As the Devils just do a better job of getting trades when they need to. And that really all came down to that play from Calamity. Be able to come up towards that top plat, get a couple big kills. I think he got 2 or 3 in a row to really open up this site. And that was all the Devils needed. And now they're going to be on defense to potentially take a 2-0 lead, or I'm sorry, 2-1 lead in the series. So far, no kills as we are a couple seconds in to this third round as Zay went for the chalice. Kyle to pick them up. We're seeing some aggression here towards the B site for DFS. This kid Campy's going to find a big two-piece. Zay, the last one, over towards this B site. Grenades and stuns going on. He's going to force Kyle out of that position. And now it's going to be A. That's going to be pushed for DFS. And you see Kid Camping, 30 and 13. This guy's playing out of control. Zay's going to find one, able to get out this life as Kid Camping decides to stay in the point. I like this decision as a second tick is going to be here. Zay is able to fly his way in. That's going to be 3 down in favor of the Devils, and that's going to be a push thwarted. But 2 ticks in there at A, so good work overall for DFS. We are still tied up in lives, 37 seconds to work with for DFS. It looks like they are still working this A site. And Zay, once again, being a nuisance, is able to find one. Oh, Zay's gonna, oh my god, what, Draco, he did find a couple. Draco not able to find any more. Thunder does get the trade, and I would assume this is going to be the A point, so they're going to have about a minute and a half to work with is DFS to cap that B point. This is where things are crucial. The rotation from A to B is always the best opportunity. Well, your first rotation from A to B is always the best opportunity for the offensive squad, and they are getting some kills here, but Draco's got to go huge. And those are some players pushing through the bottom part of their spawn. Oh no, Draco seemed to just lose it there. Calamity at least does get the trades. And for now, the pressure is relieved. Well, I say that, but Ant is here. Does get a kill, and there's actually going to be a player up towards the top plant. Is Kid Camping able to find a couple off a spawn. Zay with the big-time trade, but just like that, the first tick coming in at B. Oh my god, Zay with a big kill there. 37-21 for him. Zay's going to have to go enormous. Does not win that gunfight. What can Calamity do is first tick in towards B. The second one being worked on. Oh my god, Calamity did get the eyes there, but that's going to be all the kills in favor of DFS, and it's looking like they're going to get their second round of the board. As Zay at least does find one. Ant is going to die. What is going to happen is this is all hell breaking loose. Zay going to get the grenade kill, and he does. 30 seconds left. Only 1 tick needed towards this B site, and Zay going to get aggressive here. I like this play. He's got to put occasionally. Shots coming. He's going to get taken. Oh my god, how did he win that gunfight? He should not have won it. He's going to get out this life as well. There's no trade as finally he does drop. Easy's got to go big. He's not able to as everyone knows exactly where he's at. Ticks are coming and the point is being stacked. Can anybody get here? They're not going to be able to, and we're going to round 5. This has been an absolutely wild map so far. Every offensive round has been won. And now we're going to see who's on offense. That usually is a death sentence, but so far in this series, it is going to be the Devils. And you see they're being kind of dragged along here by Zay, 40 and 23. Draco, 9 and 28. He is struggling in a big way. The other two, not terrible, but hanging in there. But it's been the clutch kills when they need them that has worked out very, very well so far for the Devils. Oh, my Kid Camping, he's over the 40 kill Marcus. Oh my god, I thought he was going to go for that Chal with absolutely no health. He did see Draco, who is likely to die for the 30th time. There it is, as Kid Camping does find him. Perfect start. Oh my lord, Zay just gets absolutely beamed as this is looking like a great round for DFS as Kid Camping is on a 5 spree. Oh. Kid Camping on a 6 spree. He does have a streak. And this is going to be, it's going to take a miracle for the Devils to work their way through this one, as they can't even get out of their own way. Zay killed his own teammate. Ant is picking up players over towards A. With the streak in the back pocket, of DFS. I just don't see any way they can get any pressure towards B, and the players are all set up for DFS towards A. Still, there's only been 1 kill for the Devils so far in this round. Make it 2. But it looks like we are going to a map 4 with the DFS having a 2-1 lead. And that is one of the more dominant rounds of control I think I can remember seeing. At least from teams that are pretty evenly matched. I mean, up until that point, it was just back and forth offensive round wins, and that was anything but close there. As you see the scoreboard just slaying heavily in favor of DFS, and just a overall impressive performance for them in that round number 5. But you have to keep in mind that really neither team played great control up to that point. Yes, offense is dominated through the first 4 rounds, but I can't really say that either team looked great in control. You shouldn't lose that many defenses, and especially in the way that those squads kind of figure out how to do it. There was just, kind of giving up lives that often all at once. That's just not how you're supposed to play control. Obviously it'll happen from time to time, but neither team really seemed like they wanted to try to play patiently, try to just kind of play that nuisance role, try to kind of, make things difficult for the offense. They always played from the front, and that's when things get scary. All it takes is one offensive player to kind of find their way through, get a big 2-piece, and all it takes is, kind of standard trades from there on out for that site to be wide open. So that's kind of what we saw there, but kudos to DFS for that last defensive round. That's exactly why defense in control is preferable. If you get timings right and you start out slaying at a high level, you really lock your opponent in, and it was just so difficult for them to get anywhere near any of those sites. I don't even know if they really touched one. So after winning their first 2 offensive rounds, Devils really struggled there in round number 5, but overall, not the most pretty control that I've ever seen. But guys, I want to throw you to a quick break. When we come back, it is going to be map number 4. I believe it is Embassy Hardpoint. So don't go anywhere, as it's going to be a banger. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, we are heading to Embassy Hardpoint series, sitting at 2-1 in favor of DFS. And it's been an interesting series thus far. We saw a impressive but also closer than kind of expected map 1 with the Devils taking it 250 to 207 on Fortress Hardpoint. A 6-0 win in favor of DFS Esports. And Search to Destroy is boy. That is going to be... Oh, no. Okay, well, that was an interesting start for the side of DFS as the Team Grenade comes in and absolutely dominates. And it's colors are actually right now, so that's always a plus. But that map number... Sorry, guys. Gotta check something real quick. That map number 2, very dominant for DFS. And map number 3, kind of odd, but also the recovery... Well, I guess not the recovery, but the respawn map that I think DFS needed a little bit. Needed something to kind of make them believe they could win this map right here. And they do have a decent lead, and now we're going to see this big setup here for P2. Easy able to win his first gunfight as we're rotating over this P2 hill. P1 pretty much all knotted up as expected. Easy trying to fight through that stun, but he's got to watch out from the backside. But it really looks like these players for DFS are kind of working through the front here. He's going to get pushed. He's able to find... Oh, cannot find the second kill. That would have been big to at least make the numbers a little bit more even over here. Draco trying to do a little bit better than they did last time, and not a great start for him as he's 1-5. On the flip side, and 6-1 start for him as he's just firing at everything. He doesn't even care. No wonder he's playing well. He just, if he sees it, he shoots at it. Easy feeling the pressure as, oh my god, how did he snap on a kick happen there? The impressive shots as he won the gunfight, but DFS so far winning the map. And Kyle Wade already the next hill, able to, nope, not going to find one. I thought he was going to get at least one out of it, but was not able to complete the kill. And now it's going to be about a 32-plus lead. Oh my god, Thunder here at the next hill, able to find a couple. The trade was there. Oh, great grenade by Dracos. He does get a kill to keep these DFS players off the hill for now, and Ed's got to be careful. He's from the top window. He's going to get shot at. Not sure what he's looking at. Not sure what his positioning was or plan, but just like that, DFS trying to rack up time here on this P3 hill. Draco trying to come up top. He's able to find one as easy. Finds a couple. That might hurt. We'll have to see. There it is. So finally it does blow up, and wisely, you see that the Devils is doing, DFS is doing a good job of not allowing the Devils to rack up time. This is pretty much the polar opposite for what we saw from map number 1. Now, this hill is usually a decent opportunity to get some time on the board, but we've seen great grenade usage thus far, and now we're going to a hill where teams have done a very good job of racking up time. There are a lot of entry points, but when you get the kills in waves, and Thunder, if he times this right, could find a couple kills. He's going to choose to not go to the backside. He's going to end up taking that player out anyways, and this is looking like it's going to be an early start to this hill for DFS as they're trying to build that lead back up. It was around the 35-point mark heading into P3, and I would expect it to grow even bigger than that. It's Easy trying to fly in. He's the last one here. He's going to win one gunfight. The trade is going to be here as he's just, oh my lord, no way. Oh my god, oh no. Oh my god, he almost found 3 out of that. That would have been enormous, but not able to finish it off as Draco is going to get taken out, and that's, once again, you look at the scoreboard, you see Zay doing what he can, 11-11, the trade is not there. Easy 8-8, but the slang, again, in favor of DFS. And 12-4, Kyle 9-8, just the overall slang from top to bottom for the DFS squad has been impressive thus far. And I may have said thus far like a million times. Oh. Kick camping does get the knife kill there, but Zay trying to stay alive. The stun's going to go ahead and make his life difficult for the time being. He's going to throw the stun behind him. I like this play. Well, I don't like that, though. And a really nice setup here for the Devils. They're trying to work their way back into this map. That trophy not going to allow that grenade to get anywhere near those players in the hill. And you see, it's got to be careful. Nice bait there as Kid Camping able to find a couple towards the hill. And there's the trade. Is there still no? There is one more. And able to find the kill. Oh, the player's not going to sprint in wisely. Calamity that does not fly in and does not risk being knifed. I don't know if he did that on purpose or not, but it worked out very well. And now we're going to see the rotation over towards P1 once again as we're hitting the second rotation. DFS do hold a slight lead, but the Devils have done a good job of kind of rallying here after a slow start. And a really nice job by DFS on this P1 to actually get some time on the board, and Zay's going to be able to take Kyle off the hill, but anything you can get here is always going to be gravy. Zay worried about his backside. It's going to get an easy killer on Thunder, so we're seeing how quickly that time to kill is. And I'm not sure I'm a fan of the setup that DFS has here. They're not really set up for P1. They're not getting this player off the hill. And Zay able to find one, not able to escape. But this is going to be a big couple kills that DFS need to get if they want to secure the spawns for this P2 hill. And they actually were able to do this and did take out the player in back. I believe it may have been Calamity back there. Things looking a lot better than they did about 10 seconds ago. And just like that, we are tied up, but DFS trying to work that lead once again. Is easy way in back. Oh my god, the grenades are going hit easy. Oh, well, it did not hit easy. Is Wade had to finish him off. Ed playing this very, very well. Just trying to play his life. Calamity getting shots into his teammates, but not really going to matter as Ed continues to play this heady. And he is just causing all kinds of problems. That grenade's actually going to short him. Oh my lord, what am I watching? Is Ed. Oh, Kid Camping took a little bit too long to get that kill on the backside. Ed got thrown off a little bit trying to watch in the front. And this is going to be a break for the Devils with about 20 seconds left here. And you're seeing DFS not give up this time, which I don't know if that's good or bad, because now it's just going to be Ed in the next hill who's able to at least find two. As Kid Camping finds Draco as well. And it's looking like a genius decision as Ed finds a fourth. He's 23 and 9 overall. Calamity just doing a fakie off that ladder. Just waiting for his teammate. Oh my god, Ed. That would have been a big gunfight win as he was on a 4 spree. And once again, this is looking like a repeat of the first rotation as DFS was set up early, but the grenades and gunfight wins are going the way of the Devils to at least not allow. Oh my god, Zay picking things up here, 21 to 22. He is just interacting and getting in all kinds of gunfights here. And Zay with another big kill. He's on 3 in a row, along with Calamity. As both these players trying to do what they can here. As we're seeing the rotation head over. Oh boy, Kid Camping somehow won that gunfight, able to stay alive, no trade coming in quite yet, and there it is as Zay does fly out, does get the last couple bullets in, and we're going to be damn near tied up once again heading over towards this P4 hill. Kyle and Ant do from the first couple kills, and it looks like it is going to be DFS is able to get the first touch here once again. Easy trying to find his way through. He's not going to be able to. As you see the positioning for these DFS players, this is where they kind of took a little bit of a lead last time. See Kyle coming through, able to get the information after finding the first kill. Very wisely playing his life, and allowing Kid Camping to come flying in. And this teamwork was working out very, very well for DFS. Oh boy, that wasn't much teamwork because it just seemed to be individual opportunity, but now we see the rotation coming in here for the last hill of this second rotation. Ant in a good spot here, 27 and 14 overall. Trying to find any way to get. Oh. And playing this very slowly. He's able to find his way down the stairs, able to get the kill. But he's not. Oh, he's going to go ahead and get that up. I don't know what he was doing. He knew somebody was back there. He got cold feet. Maybe he thought the player was up above him, so he thought he'd duck into the point, but did not work out as the Devils now have control of this hill once again. And this is like a carbon. Oh my god, Kid Camping came from the backside. I thought it was a kill from Thunder from the front. As Zay, another big two-piece. He's been doing that repeatedly in this series. 33 and 27. This man is just popping off. Oh my god, I thought he was going to win that gunfight. The trades continue to come back and forth as Kid Camping is here. We've seen this has been an all-out war for this P5 time. And it looks like things are going to kind of slow down here in favor of DFS as they creep over that 220-point mark, but you don't expect either team to get a whole lot of time here on P1, so we're likely to see P2. Good positioning for these players for the Devils as they win the gunfights and the trades, and not a whole lot of time being gathered here by either team. As I say that, of course, the first 10 seconds or so going to go the way of the Devils. Oh my god, and almost won that gunfight. But DFS able to work their way to the hill, and that's a big kill. Easy trying to find his way in. Can Easy get... Oh, he does get the gunfight win. But the Thunder, the big-time gunfight win in the hill. 238 points and rapidly growing here for DFS as they're trying to put this away. Can anybody get here for the Devils? Things falling apart. Easy trying to get here. He's going to get taken out. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, 1 second left. It's not going to matter. Is DFS take the map and the series? What a finish. And what a map overall. You see the slang. It is just, I mean, that's the biggest difference in this series. It's been DFS doing it the way of teamwork and, you know, top to bottom slang, and the side of the Devils just trying to do it all from one person. That's obviously not what their game plan is, but that's kind of how it's worked out. And kudos to DFS as they do take the series. Let me update the standings here really quickly. And not to say, if I had to do predictions before the series started, I don't think that's the way I would have gone. But that is a early statement win here for DFS as they are 2-0 on the season. You know, just an impressive series overall for them. But, you know, I think I was just very impressed by DFS's ability to play all three game modes well. You know, I think Fortress Hardpoint really favors the Devils because it kind of allows their subs to be a little bit ratty, you know, find those kind of, you know, routes that allow you to pick up kind of free 2 and 3 pieces, just kind of be that thorn on the side. You know, to their credit, they did a good job of rotating, but on that map, it's hard to really turn rotations into a ton of points. Now, the Devils did do that, but that's not really how you find success on Embassy. It's a much different map. You definitely don't play it the same way. And overall, it seemed like the momentum was just there for DFS. They really kind of parlayed a huge clutch round 5 win in control, found a way to keep that going into map 4. Even though they had a terrible start, there was a team nade that ended up killing the person that threw the grenade and a teammate, and did a really nice job of finishing on a hill that turns chaotic. You know, there's people coming from everywhere, but you saw how solid that last setup was for DFS. They were watching that middle push. The top windows were covered. They didn't allow anybody to get past the 50-yard line, and that basically allowed them to rack up the last 25 seconds for free. So kudos to DFS as they do get the win. But guys, that's going to do it for me tonight. I think we do have another result from tonight. I do want to see what that was. It looks like Infinite Esports from Group A did beat Team Espada, which I think is a pretty impressive win. Infinite Esports, they're 2-0. Espada was 1-0, so now they get knocked down to 1-1. This is a division that's going to be fun. Cutting Edge Esports had a really fun matchup against Spinning Through Space. That was one of those series where the slang was heavily in favor of Spinning Through Space, but they just did a really, really poor job of controlling spawns and hard point. I believe they lost the S&D as well. However, that was close. But so far, what we're seeing through the first week plus of the season is these divisions are very competitive. This is exactly what we're hoping for. We want every season to have, you know, very deep and competitive divisions. And, you know, through the first 10 days or whatever it's been just that. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you guys very much for the follows. It's been very, very great to see all the support this season so far. We're very close to 3,000 followers, 14 people away. So make sure to give us a follow. We very much so appreciate it, as we are, I guess numbers don't matter, but it feels good. It's a lot of years of work that we appreciate. But anyways, guys, thank you guys very much. Once again, have a great rest of your Wednesday. I don't know when we'll have another stream the rest of the week. I'll probably try to do one more. I'm going to try to always do 2. If I can get 3, great. If it's a really busy week and I only get 1, so be it. But my goal is to stream and cast more matches this season as opposed to last. So hopefully you guys appreciate that and enjoy. And anyways, you guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you sometime later this week.